With the new academic calendar commencing, parents are ought to tighten their seatbelts when it comes to purchasing of stationeries and clearing of school fees, while the economy seemed to be paralyzed as expenses soar. In the same context, the Executive Director of Hockey Africa, Hussein Khalid, stressed that students shouldn't be sent home on the basis of school fees given the short span of time they stayed home, while parents struggle to make two ends meet in these hard economic times.
And we are here to basically complain about the dilapidated economy of the Coast region and the lamentations that have been coming forward from members of the community. As civil society, we have been documenting, and very recently we have confirmed that about 70% of our community members are not able to meet the back to school requirements that have been set forward for their children.
Whereas Kenyans strain to dig deep down into their pockets to survive, the Mvita MP Abdul Samad Sharif Nasser urged the government to open up the economy.
Fungua uchumi wetu. Hakuna njia hivyo la vile. Ni lazima uchumi uweze kufunguliwa. Tunazungumza kuhusiana na masala ya mabasi sasa hivi hayaendeshi usiku. Mabasi yanaambiwa yakiwa yatapeleka mchana lazima yawe na social distancing. Ilhali upande mwingine SGR na airlines zinaenda usiku na pia vile hazina social distancing ya aina yoyote. Tunazungumza habari ya maeneo ya biashara kuweza kufunguliwa, yakiwemo ni public beach, yakiwemo ni Mama Ngina, na nashukuru ya kwa ripoti za bunge ambazo kwamba zimeweza kutoka zinakubaliana na mawazo yangu ambayo kwamba nimeweza kuyapeleka mbele, lakini ni lazima serikali ambayo kwamba ni executive waweze kutekeleza yale. The people supersede everything else. We don't want to have people who are going to crime has increased. Hakuna mtu ambaye kwamba atakataa ya kwa uhalifu umeweza kuongezeka. Njia pekee ni uchumi wetu uweze kufunguliwa. Hakuna njia nyingine. We're not asking for handouts, but we are asking that we're not even asking, we are demanding to have access to what was rightfully ours, our means of income.
While comparing Kenya with other countries, the Senator of Mombasa, Mohamed Faki, wants the government to uplift the COVID restrictions while letting Kenyans observe the containment measures.
Kwa hivyo tunailazimisha serikali kwamba sasa lazima tufungue uchumi. Kwa sababu kila tukiendelea kufanya hivi, ile hasara ambayo tunapata ni zaidi ya ile faida ambayo tutapata kwa kuumia katika hili janga la corona. Tufanye hesabu, serikali ifanye hesabu. Iangalie kwa siku tunapoteza pesa ngapi na kwa siku tutatumia pesa ngapi kuhakikisha kwamba kila mtu anapata vaccine. Ile shilingi 200 ama 300 ambayo ingetumika kununua vaccine ni kidogo, ni gharama kidogo kuliko kufunga uchumi kwa muda wote huu. Kwa hivyo tuambia serikali kwamba katiba inatupa sisi haki kama Wakenya, na ilipofika sasa ni kwamba zile haki zetu za katiba ni muhimu zaidi kuliko kule kufungiwa tunakoendelea kufungiwa sasa.
All eyes are on government on whether it will open up the economy.
No way of meeting the costs of the families. And now with all these challenges come the school fees requirements. If you take the example of a grade 1 student, the school books that are required are on average 10,000 shillings. For a family that cannot afford even to pay the rent, for a family that cannot afford even to put food on the table at the end of the day, this is way too much. So we are appealing to the government. The time has come. We are appealing to our leaders to push the government to ensure that they subsidize the education requirements by the Ministry of Education. We are appealing to our leaders who are here today to ask the government that no student should be chased away from school, whether in private or public school, because of not being able to raise school fees. Parents were given merely 1 week to raise over 20,000 shillings for the different school fees that are required. Number 2, we are appealing to the government to ensure that all students are given textbooks in schools. Parents cannot afford to buy these high-priced school books because they are too expensive. Thirdly, we are appealing to the government to ensure that students are fed in schools. Majority of the families, as we stand presently at the coast, cannot feed their families because the economy has been crippled. There is no employment. All businesses have gone down. So we are appealing to the government to consider this region because this region is suffering economically and people cannot make ends meet.
Reporting for Al Shifar TV, I'm Dalila Hamza in Mombasa County.